Hello, beloved Earthbound fam. Well, today is the day that Lilith moves out of the house of Ophiuchus. Her baptism by fire has been completed, or is almost completed. It will be at, let's see, I have this particular chart set to 8:46 Universal Time for this evening, which would be 3:46 p.m. Central Time, so you can figure it out for your own time zone, because my brain's not going to do that right now. So anyway, I just want to point out, here's Lilith. This is right at the moment she crosses out of the house of Ophiuchus. If you don't know what Ophiuchus is or who he is, I did a vloggity on him a while ago in a mix with Lilith, and let me just put it this way. I'll put the link to that vloggity in the description if you don't know who they are. Anyway, here's Lilith. And I would like to point out this beautiful fire triangle right here, if you'll follow my finger, that she is heading up in the house, the last 2 degrees, of Sagittarius, as she embarks on her brand new journey. She has been reborn. Lilith is the dark moon. She represents pure liberation, unadulterated sovereignty and integrity, holding strong through all situations, regardless of who is trying to present or disrupt her life with power. She is an incredible, they say she's just a tail, but she's not. She is an incredible source of energetics for us down here, especially for those who are in need of strength to stand up for themselves, to bring themselves liberation in some way, shape, or form. And she will deliver you into your own personal rise in integrity, and give you your own personal self-empowerment to be able to hold on to that in all situations. She is absolutely incredible. Again, I will link the vloggity down below if you don't know who she is. I did a short little tidbit on her, and I highly recommend you research her further. Because Lilith is coming out of her baptism by fire today in the house of Sagittarius, which is the house of expansion, I wanted to do a quick tarot reading for myself just to see how these energies may be affecting me personally. And when I pulled these cards, I realized it's not just affecting me personally. This is affecting everybody that's out there right now as we go into this major shift of feminine energies rising in this second half of the Stargate portal of the eclipse season this fall, in the lunar season of our year. So without further ado, I am going to close my computer and show you the cards that came out for me, because it was a lot more cards than I expected to come out. So we will start over here. This was my first, oh my gosh, how funny. This is hilarious. This piece of paper just kind of dropped out of some other notes that I had over here that I was going through that I've already discussed. Lilith out of Ophiuchus. It's too funny. Anyway, excuse me, sorry. So it's interesting. I asked for cards for the past, the recent past. And these are the 4 that popped out. I wasn't expecting 4 cards, but 4 cards it was. So let's talk about these 4 cards. The Star card. The Star card is the card of wishes coming true. Wish upon a star. You know, you get the gist, right? So I know for me personally, and maybe it's been the same for you, I'm just going to talk about this as it has been affecting me since I technically pulled these cards for me, and then got the feeling this might behoove someone else as well. The Star card is all about wishes and dreams and hopes and what's happening in the future. And so for me, I am in the process, my husband and I both have just recently bought some property, and we are in the process of figuring out how we are going to take this beautiful raw piece of our beautiful Mama Gaia and work to live with her in this beautiful space of this land that we just purchased. It's totally raw, so we are figuring out how we are going to clear space, what kind of dwelling we want to live in, what kind of life we want to live while we're there. We know we want it to be as off-grid as possible and in coherence with Mama Gaia as possible. And so this is our wish. The devil, for me, has been things that we have been utilizing that it's not that they aren't necessary. They are, let's say they're creature comforts, right? Because where we live now, we do have access to creature comforts. We have electricity. We have running water from the city. We have all of these different things that are, we tend to think are necessary for life. And yes, they are, but not necessarily necessary through paying bills to other people to supply them for us, right? So as we get going into our new upcoming world and life and these next chapters of life that we will be going into, some of these creature comforts are little devils that have been made life so convenient and so easy, which is what the devil is all about. Conveniences or addictions or things that tend to seem like they make your life easy, but in all actuality, they keep you from learning new things. That's the devil. It's what is holding you back from learning new things. So we're going to be learning how to give up some of these creature comforts. We already do that to a certain extent. And the lifestyle that we live right now, we could go off grid pretty much at any time, but we continue to rely on these creature comforts. When we get to this property, there is no electricity there. There is no running water there unless we've had a recent rainstorm and we have some seasonal creeks that may fill up. Outside of that, everything is going to be reliant on natural resources. The sun, water, wind, all of those sorts of things are going to be things we're going to be tapping into. And so we've been exploring all of these different things. So these past creature comforts that we have enveloped ourselves in are about to be dissolved in our lives. And we're going to have to figure out the rest of it for ourselves, which we're completely prepared for. But there may be some people out there who are not. And I feel like that because Lilith is reborn into the 27th degree of Sagittarius right now, which is actually a 9, and 9 is the ending, done. Things are finished. That's it. These are going to be things that we are going to have to have a completion to. They're going to have to be done for us as well. We are going to be reborn into a situation of complete self-reliance and how we accommodate that. The Two of Swords. The Two of Swords is about blind sight, which I think is so perfect. It's about using your instincts as to follow what is next. How perfect is that, considering our situation, that we are literally going into a situation where we're going to be relying on our instincts. We're going to be relying on what Mama Gaia has to offer us and how we can utilize these gifts to flourish in our lives. How we can utilize these gifts to create times of joy with very little creature comfort, right? Instead we are going to be learning to create joy through Mama Gaia's comforts. We are going to be learning so many new things as to what it is we need to utilize to create this new life, all the way down to what it is we're going to be building our house out of. Because we're not sure yet. We may be building it ourselves. We may be building it That's so funny. As I'm doing this right now, I just had a text message pop up from a lady who we went and looked at a tiny house with just the other day. I don't know what it said, but that is just so hilarious that this is what came up. Because again, we are exploring situations for dwellings. We are exploring tiny houses. We're exploring whether or not we're going to build things for ourselves. We've been looking into yurts. We've been looking into it all. We're finding our direction, and the Two of Swords is all about using your mental clarity and intuition and instinct to figure out where it is you go. If you were to look at the Two of Swords card in the tradition, in a more traditional tarot deck, you would see a woman who is blindfolded holding two swords crossed over her chest. So what that also means to me is that where the two swords cross, because it is over her chest, right over the heart, we really, really, really need to utilize our hearts over our heads. Hearts lead you to truth. Heads can fool you into thinking something that's not really there, things that are not going on, hardships that don't truly exist. And it's funny that now that I say that the Tower card comes up last in this little past reading, because the Tower is all about the old falling away so that the new can be reborn. Everything that is no longer serving you in your life coming crashing down, which can seem very dramatic. It can seem very detrimental to the lifestyle or whatever it is you've been leading. For us, it could be, we live in a very, very old house right now that was built in 1919. It needs a lot of work, but we don't own this house, and our landlord does not participate in the required repairs, I guess, that need to be handled. We could be running into a literal tower moment with a tower falling down. Our tower that we're in right now, we could come across something like that, or a situation where it's not comfortable to be here anymore, in which case we will be following our wishes, our stars. And that being said, we're going into the present. So for the present, the two cards that came out for me in the present are the Knight of Wands and the Eight of Pentacles. The Knight of Wands is all about charging into your passions, your desires, what it is you want. And with this Tower moment, we may have no choice but to be charging into those things immediately, or, you know, maybe it won't be an immediate situation, but Lilith is in Jupiter, or is in Sagittarius, who is ruled by Jupiter, and Jupiter is all about big, huge moves. So I have a feeling we may have something coming up sooner than later in the situation that we're in. But when this Tower situation happens, it's time to go. It's go time. That's the Knight of Wands. Go time. It's time to charge into the battle. It's time to charge into, let's not call it a battle, time to charge into the challenges. It's time to go. And the Eight of Pentacles is all about diligent work, working hard, making sure that you are keeping up with everything that needs to be done to find fruition from your actions. Knight of Wands is actions. The Eight of Pentacles is building fruition. Building fruition through your actions. Diligence. Diligence, diligence, diligence. And now we are going to be moving down into the cards I pulled for the future, which just happened to be 4 cards again. Very interesting. Let me get my computer out of the way so I can try and get these in here a little bit better. Sorry, y'all. Give me a second. Give me a second. Okay. First card that came out for our future is Justice. It's interesting because we've had a few things going on around us that are definitely being weighed right now in our lives. Justice is all about weighing one thing against another. It's all about, you know, weighing the positives against the negatives. It's about weighing life against death. We've had a lot of death happen around our house lately. We recently lost one of our dogs. I want my last chicken from when I first started chicken farming 10 years ago. She was 10 years old, and a raccoon just got her not too long ago. So a couple of major pieces of, death that we've encountered ourselves on an immediate basis, as well as some situations going on with family and things. So this Justice card just goes to, it's weighing what serves us and what no longer serves us against each other. And again, with the past and the Tower and the Devil, do these things serve us anymore? Do these creature comforts serve us anymore? Is what we're doing right now in our lives, is this still serving us? Is it letting our hearts lead our heads, or are we being still tied a little bit down to this devil, to this creature comfort? We need to be prepared, both my husband and I, for the fact that we could, the things that we are going to be the embarking on could come a little sooner than later here. And the Justice card is asking us, or telling us, that we need to start weighing the things that are going to be that could develop out of this, against what is no longer serving us. Are we ready to go? Yes, we are. Are we ready to leave these creature comforts, all of these, the life that we have built here over the last 23 years, I think we've lived in this house now? Are we ready to take all of that, basically scrap it, and start all over again? Yes, we are. So, that's interesting. The Chariot is all about going after what it is you want. So very interesting, correct? That the Chariot is all about taking the action to go and get what it is you want, moving into it in balance. If you saw the Chariot card in a regular tarot deck, it's a man who is standing in a chariot, and he's got two beings on both sides of him. It's usually a griffin, or it could be any kind of animal, but usually one is white and one is black. And what that means is finding the balance in between the two of those to be able to walk into your next stage. I'm going to call it stage of life in this. Walk into your next stage of life because you have already weighed the pros, the cons, the this, the that, all of the things that are on opposite tracks. You've weighed them. You've found what the best path is, and the Chariot is ready to lead you there. When you hop in the Chariot, you are ready to go. You're ready to find that next destination. And what is the next destination? The King of Pentacles. Are you kidding me right now? Could it be even? Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. The King of Pentacles is all about ruling over your earthly desires as well as requirements. That this is, you have total control over what is going on in all of your earthbound needs. Be that food, water, shelter, all of the things that are required for you to be a human being, a functional human being, and live your life in a state of comfort. Won't be creature comforts per se. It's a comfort that you're going to have to create for yourself in action. You're going to have to nurture all of your actions so that they come into fruition. But that's exactly what the King of Pentacles is. It is the total fruition of everything that you have put your work into coming into play. And then, on top of that, what is the last card that came out of the deck today for the future? The Sun. The Sun is complete and total rebirth in the tarot deck. If you saw this card in a regular tarot deck, it's a baby riding on the back of a horse. A lot of times, sometimes it's another animal other than a horse. Sometimes it's a lion, because the Sun does represent the house of Leo, which we just happen to be in, where Jupiter is right now, as a matter of fact, as well as Mercury, both planets who represent movement. Jupiter represents big moves. Mercury represents smaller moves, both in the house of Leo. But the Sun itself represents a complete and total rebirth. So, what? I mean, I'm telling you, it just couldn't be any more beautiful. And maybe this means something to you too. Apply it to your life in the way that it might. Oh my gosh. And I just decided to turn over the deck just to look at the bottom card. And the bottom card is the 9 of Pentacles. That is 9 of Pentacles. Sorry, let me move this so that I don't have this glare on her, hopefully. Well, or him. I love these cards because they're very androgynous. The 9 of Pentacles means that you've done it. You have gone through all of the work. We're going from the 8 of Pentacles up here to the 9 of Pentacles. All your fruitions have come into completion, and they are flourishing. You did it. Full on success. I love it. And it's funny because it's funny that the glare is right there in her hand. It looks like it's a glowing ball. It's so beautiful. It looks like the sun. Looks like she's holding the sun. He's holding the sun, whoever this may be. Also funny because, like I said, these cards are very androgynous. Any of the beings that you see in them could be male or female. And Mercury is in Leo right now and getting ready to go into Virgo in a couple of weeks. Yeah, a couple of weeks already. Oh my gosh. I don't even think it's that long. And Mercury, when Mercury enters Virgo, Mercury goes in as a male. When Mercury exits Virgo, he exits as a female. Mercury is the hermaphrodite of the zodiac. He is the epitome of change, changing, switching gears, basically from one side, you can say, from going from living on one side of a coin, literally flipping over and living on the other side. Again, we are in the rising feminine right now. Lilith will be coming out of Sagittarius within the next couple of months. I want to say almost 2 months she'll be coming out. I don't have a calendar, my astro calendar up in front of me right now, as you know, because my computer's closed. So I don't know the exact date on that. But wow. It's just amazing that for my husband and I, we're going on this journey into a coherence with Mama Gaia that we've never been on before. Let me pull this up so you can see all of these cards. And this beautiful reading right here just said that everything that we have been wanting to do and working for will work out. Work will be involved, but all of it will work out. Every little Von Bomb is going to be all right. Beautiful. I hope that my interpretation of this may be something that you can apply to your own life in some way, shape, or form with the meanings of these cards. If you're interested in a personal reading ever, give me a shout out at IamHBam, IamHBam @gmail.com. Just send me an email and we can work out a reading for you. You can also check my website out, which I will link in the description, and see what readings it is that I offer right now. I will be putting tarot readings on there very soon. Right now I just have specific astrology readings listed, but I am willing to do any of these readings for y'all. I do have prices on my website for the readings that I do, but I am also willing to barter and exchange, so please hit me up if that's something you're interested in and you have something that might behoove me or my family. We can absolutely do a trade. My beloved Earthbound fam, enjoy Lilith's rebirth, because this is going to be coming at each and every one of us. A liberation away from creature comforts that we may not have even known were poisoning us yet. But we will be finding out, or that we were so connected to we didn't even realize the addiction that we had to them. All of this is on the plate, on the table, literally. I love you all so very much. Please, 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 as these next few months start to unwind and develop into this new rising of feminine energetics, That doesn't mean go girls go. That means a new base energetic is going to be rising up that focuses much more on the feminine than the masculine. Feminine energy is much less stringent. The rules are not as intense. So we're all really going to have to stand in our own integrity and our own sovereignty to get through everything, and our own discernment to get through all of the things that we're going to be seeing. So that being said, I hope that you'll remember when all of these things start to develop. Remember that you are stars, not standards. Let those standards fall away and go shine. She's not holding her ball anymore. Where was that? Oh well. And have yourselves a very joyful day. I love you so much, and blessed be. One little add-on that I need to bring your attention to as well today. North Node has officially entered into the house of Aquarius, 29 degrees. South Node has officially entered into the house of Leo. That is Jupiter, Mercury, Sun, and Leo, all in the house of Leo. And that is Jupiter, Mercury, Sun, and South Node, all in the house of Leo. Wow, y'all, wow. Incredible. And also a fire trine with Lilith, Chiron, who's actually still in the 0 degree. He's in between Taurus, which is here, and Aries is here. Still kind of in the fire, kind of in the earth, and Father Sun over here, this triangle. These energies, my friends. It is truly a whole new world. Welcome to it, and may it bless us all. Blessed be.